Hi y'all, I'm Nina. Welcome to my kitchen here at Need More Time. Everybody needs more time, right? And the last thing that everyone usually struggles with trying to fit into their day is cooking a quick, easy, healthy meal for your family. Well, I have one of my favorites to share with you today. If you are familiar with any of my other videos, you know I love using the Instant Pot a lot because it's super quick and easy. You can usually get everything in it and then seal it, press it, and you can get on doing other stuff without having to monitor it like things that you cook on the stove. So if you don't have an Instant Pot yet, I highly suggest you get one if you're a busy mama who needs to do lots of things at once. Okay, so today we're gonna make an Instant Pot Mexican dump rice, as I call it. I have an Asian one that's on my site already, so if you like Asian flavors, definitely check that video out. Well, today we're gonna do a Mexican one. All right, so what I did while I was prepping my ingredients, I went ahead and pressed the saute function on my Instant Pot right here. That way it gets your pot hot once you're ready to go. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the first step once your Instant Pot is hot is to go ahead and put in 1 cup of diced onion into your pot. We want to go ahead and saute this for probably about 3 minutes to get the onion browned a little bit, translucent in color. Okay, so do that first. All right, now my onion's been in here a few minutes. The edges of the onion are starting to brown a little bit. Once that happens and you see some brown sticking to the bottom of the pot, you want to deglaze your pan. That is very important with an Instant Pot because if you don't deglaze the pan and it's already has a little bit of that burn on the bottom, once you close your pot and try and cook something, you're going to get that burn notice on your pan. So definitely you want to deglaze the bottom of your pan. All I do to do that is put in a tablespoon or so of water. There's no need to use oil. I try and avoid oil pretty much in all of my cooking because the unnecessary added fat to the meal is just not good for your heart, not good for your waistline, so why use it? Okay, so anyway. Now my onions are nice and brown there without use of any oil. I've gone ahead and deglazed the pan. Now I'm going to go ahead and press cancel. Turn your Instant Pot off. That way the onions kind of stop cooking for a little bit while we add the rest of our ingredients. Okay? Now I'm going to add my spices. Right here I've got 2 tablespoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of cumin. I have a half a teaspoon of pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. Go ahead and mix that in with your spices here, or with your onions. Oh, and you know what? Of course I'm doing this and I forget to put in my garlic. I wanted to put in one teaspoon of garlic. I'm going to actually turn my Instant Pot back on. Sorry about that. Just for a minute to get my garlic sauteed a little bit. So don't make that mistake. And if you do like I do, no big deal. Just go ahead and add it back in for a second here. All right, considering I forgot my garlic, I added it back. I've added it in, turned my Instant Pot on. I'm just going to deglaze my pan again. Go ahead and deglaze the pan. Make sure none of the spices are sticking to the bottom. Turn it off. Okay. So Try that again. All right, so we've got that. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our rice. I've got 2 cups of white rice. I've already rinsed it. I always rinse my rice. It's a good idea to rinse it. Of course, if there's any dirt on it, gets rid of that. It also gets rid of some of the arsenic that's naturally in rice because it's in the soil that the rice is grown. So you get that benefit. So go ahead and put that in there. Mix it around. Then we're going to add 2 cups plus 1/3 of a cup of veggie broth. Go ahead and add that. This is the veggie broth powder I buy on Amazon that I highly recommend. It is really good, all natural, no dairy, no oil, no artificial flavors in it. It's really good. I'll post a link in the description to this stuff. It's what I use solely for all my veggie broth needs. All right, so we've got that in there. Then you want to add some corn. I have some thawed corn here. I get this at Trader Joe's. They have super sweet frozen corn, and it really is good. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you and you love corn, I highly recommend their frozen corn. And then lastly, a can of your beans of choice. I normally use black beans or pinto beans, but today wasn't in the cards. They don't have any in the freezer, so I'm actually just going to use some kidney beans. You know, that's the great thing about the versatility of beans. Honestly, it doesn't really matter which ones you use. They're all going to taste good. So put that in there as well. All right, that's everything that we're going to put in there now. So then we're going to go ahead, close your Instant Pot. Make sure the vent is sealed. And then we're going to set it for only 1 minute. Since we use white rice, that's honestly all you need. So set it for 1 minute. And we will come back and check it once it is finished cooking. All right, so my Instant Pot just beeped telling me it was finished. It took 10 minutes for the pressure to come up to pressure, Does that even make sense? For the water to come to pressure. And then it was 1 minute that the pot was on. It beeps at you again once it's finished cooking. Then what you want to do at that point is go ahead and turn your Instant Pot off. And now wait 10 minutes, just set a timer. I would wait about 10 minutes for some of the pressure to naturally release. And then if there's any pressure still left after that point, you can go ahead and release any remaining pressure. So I'm just going to set a timer now and wait 10 minutes, like I said, and then we'll check out our finished meal. All right, so 10 minutes is up. My pot is actually naturally come completely down from released all its pressure. You know that that's the case when this little silver bobber thing in here, I don't know what it's called, when it's all the way down, okay? So then we're just gonna go ahead and open up our pot. See everything in here. It's cooked through. I never got the burn notice, so that's good. And what I suggest you do is just go ahead and quickly give it a good fluff and a stir here. And, oh, that looks really good. Smells really good. And then lastly, what I suggest is take a cup of salsa, at least a cup. Of course, if you like spicy, use a hot one. Since I need this to be kid-friendly, I just go ahead and use a mild salsa, and then I put some hot sauce on my individual bowl. So go ahead and stir that up. And your Mexican dump rice is finished. What I then suggest doing, or what I like to do, a little tip, we're always trying to get more fresh greens into our diets, or we should be anyway. So what I like to do is take a few handfuls of spinach, put it at the bottom of my bowl or plate. And honestly, try and do this a lot with any hot meal that you make. Just start off your plate, Put some of whatever your favorite fresh green is. Mine is baby spinach, so we tend to eat a lot of this. So just put some spinach down on the plate, and then dump the rest of your food on top. And it's a way of getting fresh greens into your diet without actually having to make a separate side salad, which is just takes up more work, right? So here's my greens, and then I'm gonna put some of my rice on top. The heat of the rice will wilt your greens a little bit. Put that on there. And then, of course, if you want some guacamole or some sour cream, you can go ahead and put that on top. I do have some guacamole, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of that to my bowl here. Love the guac. And there you have it. Thanks y'all for watching my video on making the Mexican Instant Pot duck rice. I hope your family loves it as much as mine does. And please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more easy, healthy, family-friendly meals that your family will enjoy when you are in need of more time. See you next time.